We're going to talk about some of the amazing benefits of getting adjusted and what's really happening inside your body and your spine, because there's a lot going on that most people aren't really aware of. To do that, we're going to go right back to the beginning where two cells come together to create one cell, divide into 2, 4, 8, and then they go into billions of cells, create this little, almost like a mulberry bush looking structure. By the way, I went to university for 5 years, did lots of chiropractic, lots of science, not a whole lot of art, as you can see. That then grows into this amazing powerhouse that's your brain. And our brain actually has 100% of the power that runs your body. There's not a single organ or part of your body that isn't in some way connected to your brain. That power has to get to our body somehow. And it does that through this big tail. The tail then grows little wires. And those wires grow all different parts of our body. So they grow arms, legs, feet, hands. But really importantly, what we can't see on the outside are all these organs performing different roles within the body. So our heart, lungs, and stomach, bowel, bladder, reproductive system, eyes, thyroid gland, the whole lot. This is all happening before you're even born, by the way. Now, this nerve system or this wiring system is quite delicate stuff, and anyone who's ever eaten a lamb chop or a T-bone steak and can think of that little bit in the middle that a lot of us call the marrow, that's quite delicate and soft. That's actually your spinal cord. And it looks like this. Okay, now, because it's so delicate and soft, but it runs our body, your body decides it needs to protect it. And that's where it builds a big helmet and a big suit of armor, which we call your skull and your spine. Now, instead of our spine being one bone like our skull pretty much is, our spine decides to break up into 24 moving bones. And the reason for that is so that we can bend, twist, lift, evolve as human beings and not just be one big stiff bone that can't move around properly. The downside to that though is that simple things like the birth process, like falls, like lifting, twisting, sitting at a desk all day, sleeping positions, even mental stress can cause these bones to just lock or shift out of place even just slightly. And what you can see that it actually does to the nerve is it causes it to shut down and decrease the amount of wiggle room for that nerve, which is very similar to like a traffic jam or a car crash on a freeway, slowing down the flow of that traffic there. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So our brain holds 100% of the power that runs our body. The real question is, how much of that power do you want getting to your organs? For example, how much brain power do you want getting to your heart or your bowel or down your legs? Particularly important if you're an athlete or you like your walking. You want it to be at 100%. You want it to be 100% for 100% of the time, as often as possible, and you want it to be for as long as possible until you die. A slight misalignment in the spine might cause it to go down to 80% or 60% or 50%. And a prime example of this is if someone completely breaks their neck, they're clinically dead. In fact, they're not allowed to turn the machines off in the hospitals until they see that the electricity has stopped in your brain. And that's when they clinically are allowed to say that we're dead. If someone partially breaks their neck, they'll probably end up a quadriplegic because the nerves down their arms and legs die. If someone has a serious neck injury but doesn't break it, they might get numbness or tingling in the hands or feet. And so the job of the chiropractor is really quite simple, to find these subtle misalignments in the spine and find where is that happening, where can we apply a nice gentle specific force to open that nerve up and allow you to be at 100% brain power to body for 100% of the time for as long as possible right throughout your life, so that you can be the best that you can be, do all the things you want to do, whether you're an elderly person who wants to be able to pick up your grandkid, whether you're a child who wants to get through school and be coordinated and learn and grow and concentrate on your exams, whether you're an athlete wanting to be at your best, or an everyday person that simply wants to earn an income for his family. Everyone needs a good working spine and nerve system, and that's what we really get excited about being able to do for people.